Get ready to enter the Thrive Time Show.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, now we here.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top. Teaching you the systems to get what we got. Colton Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of five, that's why I'm alive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the C&Z up on your radio. And now 3, 2, 1, here we go.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get.
Dr. Z, the entrepreneur trapped inside an optometrist's body, and the former USSBA Entrepreneur of the Year. Easy for me to say, myself, Clay Clark. And as always, we are broadcasting from the exact geographical center of the universe. We're providing you that business school experience without the BS. And today, Z and Marshall, we are talking about a topic that I'm excited about: what to do when you are stuck. But before we do, we have a little something, a little musical teaser here to get us going. So I'm going to start with a beatbox here. I'm going to get it going here.
All right.
If you're stuck, it's time to get unstuck. If you're stuck, it's time to get unstuck. Gotta keep on moving and grooving.
TM Odell.
You wanna be where you wanna be. Oh yeah. Don't get stuck.
Wow.
Bang.
Wow.
We do that.
I want to get grooving right now.
That's what you do when you don't have a drum set and you have a super talented guy. You just have to give a little bit of percussion. We work together. It's a team effort.
Talking about yourself?
Well, no. Marshall, we're going to go here into the mailbag here. We're going to the mailbag here.
So we have Thrivers all over the world, okay? And they send us questions every single week with what they need to know for their business. And so we have this Thriver. His name is Robert, okay? And he sent us in this question, okay? So we're going to get into it. So Robert writes, my business grew by itself by doing what I love. Now I'm stuck in many areas because I don't know how to run a business. And the truth is I actually don't want to, as I would like to do what I love. My business has a lot of potential, but to get my company to the next level, I need to invest to get it professionalized, but I don't have the money. Question is, what do I do? Do I look for a partner? Do I look for an investor? How do I find somebody I can trust? So can we help this guy out? Clay, Z, can you kick us off to help out Robert here?
Time to kick us off. Segment by Dr. Z.
This just in.
Well, Robert, it's okay. I am so excited to hear that you are doing something that you love. Because if you do something you love, it will never feel like a job. But if you do something you don't love, it will be a job that drags you down.
Okay.
And your life will cease to exist as the fun, energetic, joyful life that you want it to be. And what you said in your question was very powerful. You said, I started doing what I loved, and now I'm forced with doing something that you don't want to do, so something you don't love. So my advice to you, Robert, is continue to do what you love and don't do what you don't, i.e., get a job. What does that mean?
What?
What did I just say?
Saying what weird? All of it.
No, I didn't say it weird that time.
Where do you get off?
I just don't get why you're saying it that way.
I'm just trying to give you some advice.
What way?
Forget it.
Just forget. No, don't forget what I'm saying. What I mean is you can do what you want to do, and you don't have to turn it into a business. I have 6 optometrists, for example. I have 6 optometrists that work for me. All right? Let's just get down and just get in it.
Yeah.
We're going to get in it.
And they work for me because they do not want to have their own business. They don't want to have to worry about payroll. They don't want to have to worry about marketing. They don't want to have to worry about hiring and firing. They don't want to have to worry about all the decisions that I have to make every day. And that's okay. It's okay.
I feel like the one thing that's kind of the missing link between what you're saying and what maybe some of the Thrivers are getting. Because they might go, you guys are a business website. You just told a man not to run his own business. I think I hear what you're saying, but I just want to kind of unpack it a little bit here.
Please unpack it.
What I think is, if your goals, I kind of like to visualize it like if your goals fit into this box.
Okay.
Let's say this box is $50,000 a year. That's how big the box is. It's $50,000. And to feed my kids and to take care of what I want to do and go on my vacation a year and to get my 2 weeks of vacation or whatever that is, I can do that within this $50,000 a year box. Then you have less responsibilities. Now, for me, I know with you and your family, we all have our own dynamics, but for me, I support a lot of people in my extended family. I am in some way helping a lot of people. Okay, and I grew up, poor. I know you started off with nothing as well, and I realized my box is going to have to be about $200,000 a year. That's my box.
Yeah.
And then at one point I realized I'm going to need about $1 million box, to do everything I want to do. And so I had to decide, do I want this? Do I really want this? Because if I do, there's a lot of responsibility and there's a lot of things I have to do and there's a lot. And if I don't, and there's been times in my life, Z, where I've said, I don't want the box anymore. So I sold the DJ business and I took the time, and I wasn't like I'm a loser. I just had said, you know what? I've won the game to the extent that I want to win right now, and I need to take a little time out, and I stepped away for a while. And then I came back, and I think you just have to ask yourself, what do you want and how big of a box do you need, right? And then you decide if you should be a business owner, because being a business owner, there's a great upside, but there's also huge sacrifices, right?
Huge sacrifices, and I think that's the problem a lot of people do is they take what their box is, to use your analogy, and they put it on they project that on other people. And they say, you're not successful unless you're doing this. Yeah. And they project that onto people, and that's just not fair to people, some people say, hey, if you don't have 100 of these offices and franchises around the country, you're not reaching your potential. Yeah. You only have 2, you only have 3, you only have 1, you don't even have any. And so I think what happens is that a lot of times we look at people and we put their success through our filters.
What is in your box?
I don't know.
Do you have anything that you want to share? Do you have anything at all? Just share me one. Okay, I'm gonna tee off one. You have an unbelievably awesome living room. And you have a rug that's like the size of like this wall. Seriously, it's the size of this wall.
It's the size of this wall.
Am I exaggerating? Am I? It's about that big.
About that big.
And there's
actually a tapestry.
And there's an aquarium that's the size of like from the Coca-Cola over to like that Phil Pressey right there. Somebody signed Phil Pressey. He's been in the NBA for 2 years. We need to get him on what team right now?
Let's get him on a team.
If you're an NBA general manager, sign the guy.
What is that, about 8 feet, 10 feet?
It's a big aquarium.
Yeah. Okay.
And how did you decide? I mean, did you put it on your list? Like, I would like to have an aquarium someday, and I'd like to have a big rug. And then you realized, okay, I need to see this many patients. I mean, seriously though, you had to at some point write down some goals, didn't you, or think about them?
Well, you do. I probably didn't get that exacting. I mean, in the back of your mind, you have some things that you enjoy and the same things that you want to do. I mean, like when I was a little kid, I said to myself, hey, you're right. I mean, I did say I had a bucket list, and one of the things is that I want to have a horse farm. I wanted to have a ranch that had horses on it, and so at some point in my life, I said, okay, now I can do that, and so I did that. And then what happens, I found with me is that a lot of times, as soon as you hit the goal, then you say, okay, what's my next one? Yeah. And at some point, I'll probably say to myself, okay, I'm done with making the next goal, but I continue to make those next goals. And so for me, it's I guess I don't really know what the box looks like right now. I mean, it's kind of fun just growing and building, and I'm getting into more real estate now, and I'm kind of doing more in that arena. And
I see you giving too, and that's one thing I'm not. You can't talk about your own. You can't brag on your own giving, but I'm going to do it.
No, you can't.
I see you where you see people who maybe need a car.
Yeah,
a car.
Yeah. I'm kind of Elvis. What's the Elvis move? It's kind of my move.
You're kind of the Oprah, the Elvis of Oklahoma, and you see someone needs a car, and you're like, hey, here are the keys to your car.
Yeah, it's fun. It's giving. I think is one of the great things in life that we can do, and I truly think it's better to give than to receive. I really do, and I think that it's a when you give, it's really rewarding because you see how it enhances somebody's life and it makes their life better. And so a lot of what I'm doing right now is so that I can give more and do more. I think that's an important part of leaving this world a better place and leaving people you encounter, better off than when you found them.
I'm going to say this. You've officially replaced your box with that bag that Santa carrying around giving away gifts. That's what you're doing. Now we're going to go ahead and get on the other side here, a little bit yin and the yang.
All right,
we're going to get real and we're going to get raw here. Marshall, are you ready for this, my friend?
I'm ready to get real and raw.
Get it.
All right. As a reminder, this segment is not this segment of the program is not in any way sponsored by the Nebraska Cattlemen's Association. We're going to get real. We're going to get raw.
A fine association, by the way.
It is. It's about Fine Association, but we're not sponsored by them. I don't even get confused. This is raw and real. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Z, unleash the beast.
Don't let anyone tell you whether you've been a failure or a success. When I was a young man, I wanted to become an optometrist for a lot of reasons I won't bore you with. But I had an aunt, and she approached me one day and she sat me down and she said, "Listen, I am so disappointed in what your decision is."
Really?
Broke my heart for a little bit. She said, "You are so smart and have so much potential. You could be any kind of doctor you want to be. You could be a brain surgeon. You could be a heart surgeon. You could be the most whatever in the world. And the fact that you have just settled for being an optometrist is so disappointing." And I looked at her and I said, "Listen, Aunt, if I did what everybody thought I needed to do to be successful, I probably, one, wouldn't get anything done.
Right.
And two, I wouldn't be very happy. So I'm going to do what I want to do, the best that I can do it. And I'm just going to just make myself happy, my family happy."
You know, and just to pile on with that, we have TL here, awesome musical guest. I'm so excited. I like to harass him occasionally. We have the pleasure to have him on set here.
Yeah.
But I know, like, as a DJ, I mean, let's be real. I built a DJ company. I mean, being a DJ, there's like kind of like a carny. There's a carny who says, "How fast do you want to go, kids, at the carnival? How fast do you guys want to go?"
Does that qualify as a DJ?
Well, that's what you start off as a carny, and if you graduate, you get to play the music.
Oh, nice.
So now you're like, "How fast do you want to go?" You know, and you're playing the music.
That's exciting.
And now you're a DJ.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next level, maybe you go as a speaker and then like a politician. I'm not sure that cycle works, but people, you would not believe how many people have told me, "Why are you a DJ?" Is that even a thing?
Yeah.
Are you really? I mean, do you work at like the carnival? Are you? I mean, seriously, people would ask me. I remember one guy, he was like, "So do you work like at Showbiz or Showbiz Pizza? You know, do you work at Showbiz? Is that what you do? Little cute little DJ?" You know, people always ask me. And then when I hand painted my vans, that did not help.
Yeah.
But I was happy as could be. I'm seriously 50 nights, 100 nights, 150 nights a year playing music. I loved it. TL, have you ever had people that tell you that you're nuts or have questioned whether you're successful because you've chosen to pursue music?
Tons of people, and close family members, strangers will walk up to me and they'll be like, "You look like such a nice young man. Have you ever thought about a real career?" I'm like, "Well, yes."
When I met you at Whole Foods, it was like a spiritual connection. I'm not kidding, because I love people who are living in their passion. That's why I love hanging around you. I love this energy, and I saw you. I'm like, this guy is singing his heart out here. And it's just fun to see your career progress. And as you're getting more and more connections, it's just fun to see that. But I would just say, to your point, don't anybody else put that on you, right? Don't anybody else.
Don't carry that burden around. You do what you want to do. And that's like Robert calls in and said, "Listen, I don't really want to do the business part of it, but I want to do what I love. So then do it. Find someone who needs that done in their business and go in and do it with the passion and excellence that you want to do it with. And that's okay.
I think the Thrivers are ready for a mystic statistic, because there's some
probably
statistical. I'm going to give it to you. Here we go. All right, today's mystic statistic is brought to you by our good friends at Bloomberg and the U.S. Commerce Department. The U.S. Commerce Department says that out of every 10 small businesses, 7 will survive their first year, 3 will still be going after 3 years, and only 2 will remain after 5 years. Why? I would argue, because I work with businesses all over the country, it's someone who has decided to become a chiropractor because someone put it on them. It's someone who decided to become a grocery store owner because someone put it on them. I see this all the time, where there's people who are living someone else's dream and they're kind of half-ing it.
Yeah.
And you're watching, they just don't have but because when you start a business, you're going to have rejection, challenges. You have to be all in, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, in your mind, if you refuse to quit, I mean, of the entrepreneurs that you've seen that refuse to quit, don't they always end up figuring it out. Even if that business fails, they find another way. Or, I mean, isn't that the common denominator you see as entrepreneurs who just refuse to quit?
Absolutely.
Is that needed in your mind? I mean, you have to that mindset, or can you be like, well, we'll see?
No, you have to be driven. And that leads me to one of my favorite places in the world.
Okay.
And that's back home down on the farm. You see, kids, on the farm, Farmer Z here,
Yeah.
at breakfast, Ma used to make us a big old country breakfast. And in that big old country breakfast, we'd always have some scrambled eggs. And we'd always have over here a big old slab of ham.
All right.
And when we weren't doing well, it might be Spam, but usually it was ham.
Spam's gross.
And I'd look down at my breakfast and I'd say to myself, you know, that chicken, he was involved with breakfast. But you know what? That pig, he was committed to breakfast.
He gave his life.
He gave his. What does that mean? That's my number 2 rule in business. What does that mean, Marshall? What does that mean?
What?
Oh no!
What?
Oh no! I said what again? No, I did. I said it right that time.
I feel like you always say it in a way that it's kind of weird, and you have like
it's kind of leading, like I'm
Yeah.
leading, like I'm
Saying it weird.
Saying what weird?
I didn't say it weird.
All of it.
No, you have like a thing you do.
Is it?
Where do
I
you get
need to work on
I
that.
just don't get why you're saying it that way.
I'm trying to
I'm
explain.
saying what way?
That's the only thing I haven't been able to see you to accomplish.
I
Or,
will forget it.
Well, my top 10 rules in business. This is number 2, actually.
Number 2, here we go.
This is number 2 for anybody out there taking notes in Noteland. This is number 2.
okay, here we go.
Be the pig at breakfast and not the chicken. And what I mean by that, if you want to start a business, if you want to run a business, back here at the Bloomberg U.S. Commerce Department that came up, all the 10 the small businesses,
Yep.
the 2 that survived after year 5, I promise you they were pigs. And what that means is they were committed. They gave it all. They did what if they gave their life basically. The chicken was like, I'll lay an egg and I'll contribute and I'll be a part of it and I hope it works out.
I would like to pile on and go off for a second, if it's okay. I just want to lose my mind.
Are you gonna do a pile on?
I just want to lose my mind for
Are you
just a second.
piling on?
I am piling on. I'm just going to lose my mind because this
Okay.
is something. I see this all the time where people go in and they're not the pig. They're not
Preach
giving
it.
their life. And so they're doing is they're starting a business and they're borrowing a ton of money from people. They're
Amen.
borrowing money from themselves. They're taking out a business
Amen,
loan.
brother.
And they're
Preach
going, we'll see. I'll see if it works. But that's not how you do it. You have to commit. You got to say, I am going to be a successful musician. I'm going to be a successful optometrist. I am going to be a successful entrepreneur. I'm going to do it. And I'm just telling you, that's why we have thousands of thrivers all across the planet. Not because it happened overnight. It's because we've committed to this idea that millions of people need mentorship. That's what we're all about here. We've committed to that idea that millions need mentorship, and it should be affordable. That's what we're here for.
Amen.
I am excited about it.
Amen and amen.
Can I get a witness?
Can I get a woo?
Can we all just
Woo,
high
woo.
five 3 people next to us? Can you kind of look around?
Come on,
If you're watching right now, just
I'm-
high five 3 people next to you.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, just high five 3 people next to you. All right, I'm ready. I'm good.
Woo.
Shunda.
Do you feel better?
I do. I
mean, you feel like a monkey. You feel a little passionate about that.
I do, because I just see it all the time where it's like, I want to start a business and we'll see. And I'm just my brother-in-law. We built the elephant in the room together. He literally went to every business in downtown Tulsa, every one of them, and dropped off gift cards on foot because that's what he did.
Sure.
And he's like, I'm going to do it until we get this thing to be successful. And he went through multiple barbers that came and went, and people were like, you're crazy. I'm going to quit.
Yeah.
But he stayed the course. And now people look at Elephant in the Room and they go, you have thousands of members. How did you do it? We just didn't quit. And I couldn't be more proud of my brother-in-law. That was the first time in his career he'd had this huge success because he didn't quit.
Getting to the top of Google was kind of cool on that, though.
Yeah. And he's beating sports clips in Google. You type in Tulsa men's haircuts. He beat them. So anyway, I just want to say, Thrivers, I encourage you. Somebody here needs to hear this, but if you're listening right now and you're kind of going, I don't know if I want to put the energy into it, it's okay, but don't let someone else put that box on you. Don't let someone else put that box. Don't let them assign their dreams and goals for you. But whatever your goals and dreams are commit to them. Be that pig.
Be the pig. I tell you what, and that's the biggest thing is that so many people get wrapped up in, oh my gosh, success is defined as this. You define success for yourself.
Yeah.
You define what you need to make monetarily for the year to be happy, to be successful, to accomplish the goals and the dreams and the things that your family needs. You decide that, and then you go get it. And if it means like Robert here, if it means going to work for someone with excellence and doing that, think about it, he may do that 4, 5, 10 years, and then one day he may wake up and go, you know what? I'm now ready to go do this on my own. Now I have the passion to grow and to do my own business. And that's okay. And I have that all the time in my business. I mean, people come and work for me. Yep. And then one day, whenever that happens, they come up to me and they say, hey, listen, I'm ready now to go do my own thing. And I bless that. And I say, that's awesome. Let me help you. Go do it. You bet. Let's go, Yeah. And that's the way it is. But you can't push someone out of the nest till they're ready to go out of the nest, number one. And then when you're not ready, that's okay. And then when you're ready, that's okay too.
Well, I want to go ahead now. Our next notable quotable. Unfortunately, we're not going to be referencing any Kanye West quotes today.
Oh no.
Now he has so many good quotes, but I'd like to kind of get our.
I am the number one most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
There's product here, and this is where you end up, right here. If you can communicate this product, you can make money off the product.
I can't believe we drove around all day and there's not a single job in this town. There's nothing, nada, zip.
Yeah, unless you want to work 40 hours a week.
Those will not be any of the notable quotables we'll be referencing here. So here we go. This comes from Paul Graham. He's the guy who built the Y Combinator business incubator.
I love his crackers, by the way.
I'm not even going to get into the crackers here for a second. I will come back to our graham cracker references in just a minute here.
Okay.
But the thing is, Paul Graham, he basically helped launch Dropbox, which is like the number one file storing and online sharing, a file sharing program there is. Then he helped launch Reddit. He also helped launch Airbnb, which allows people to kind of rent out parts of their house. These are billion-dollar businesses. This guy's done it multiple times. And what he says is, he says, it's hard to do a really good job on anything you don't think about in the shower. He says it's hard to do a really good job on anything you don't think about in the shower.
Wow.
And I read that the first time I started thinking about that. There are so many times I'm getting ready for work, or I'll be out to eat with my wife, or I'll be walking down the road or something, and because I'm thinking about Thrivers and how to make the Thrive the most affordable and best business training platform on the planet, it'll occur to me, oh my gosh, Thrivers would love that. Or I'll talk to someone and they'll say, how do you do such and such? And I immediately write it down and I'm going, I need to make sure the Thrivers know that. But I think about it all the time. In your business career, I mean, have you noticed that you have to kind of have to obsess on that business for a while to get it going?
Yes.
Before you can move on to the next one?
Absolutely. If you're not, nobody's going to. And that's what I tell a lot of people that are starting a business. I say, hey, listen, if you're not worried about it, if you're not on it, if you're not thinking about it, who do you think's going to in your organization? You have to have that singular vision, and you have to just, whatever happens, keep going. And I find that too. It's funny you should say that. It's funny that Paul Graham says that, because that's so true. Is that and oftentimes a lot of times with something new or a new business thing, or I'm fixing a problem, I'll lay there in bed, I'll be like, I can't sleep because of I'm thinking. So sometimes also having that ability to say, okay, now I got to turn it off a little bit and get some rest.
I have
important.
to tell you this. This is stupid. This is true entrepreneurship. I woke up. This is like 6 months ago. I woke up in the middle of the night and I'm going, yeah. Okay, so 6 months ago, I woke up.
Once upon a time, 6 months ago.
Once upon a time, 6 months ago, I woke up, and in the middle of the night, I woke up and I said, the permalinks. We've got to fix the freaking permalinks. It's the sitemap, and my wife knows I'm asleep, so she's like, "What, honey?" And I'm like, "The sitemap. We have to fix the sitemap. We can't have this. The permalinks are screwed up. That's the issue." And I'm going on, and my wife's like, "Baby, wake up!" And I literally had been talking about permalinks, and then in my sleep, I had come up with the problem, And I'm going, what in the world? I mean, but that's how you have to be. I think you have to be obsessed with your thing. And I want to go ahead. I want to kind of tie into our next little segment here. Thomas Edison, the guy who allegedly invented the light bulb. I know there's Tesla fans who are like, no, he didn't. He stole that from Tesla. That's okay. Calm down. But he said, Thomas Edison, the guy who started GE, invented the light bulb, recorded sound, recorded audio, kind of a big deal.
He's kind of a big deal.
He says that vision without execution is hallucination. That's his quote. He says vision without execution is hallucination. So we're going to get into some action steps, and I want you to just hit us over the head with some massive action steps, marching orders. We can all leave here knowing specifically what to do, Z. You've got our attention. I'm ready. And then we have a musical triumph by our main man, T.L. Odell. So action steps, Dr. Z. I'm ready.
Ooh, action step 1, look in the mirror. Face the man in the mirror and say, are you doing what it is you want to do today? And be honest with yourself. And if you're not, then you need to say, what can I do? I think one action step is, if you want to grow your business or start your business, you need to become a member of like Thrive15.com. And because what that's going to do is let you hook into mentors that have been there and done it, and that can coach you up and tell you what to do. All right?
Yeah.
But you have to be honest with yourself, step 1. And that's one of the toughest things. I think so many people get wrapped up in trying to please Aunt Myrtle, or trying to please even their wife or their husband or their kids or their parents. You know what? Stop doing that. Look in the mirror and say what is that you want. Okay? And until you address that, everything else is you're just killing time. And then once you get that done, then find some good mentors, find some people that have done it, i.e. Thrive15.com. Find some guys in your community that can mentor you, that can help you with the steps necessary for you to get to where you need to get, all right? And those are a couple of the first action steps, and write them down and write out some goals. Write out some hey, if you could do this, write it out.
Yeah.
You know, dream a little bit.
Yeah.
Make a bucket list. It's okay, dream a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
And then understand, once you know what you want to do, once you know where you want to go, then you can find some folks, find some resources that can help you get there.
Marshall, you talk to Thrivers all over the world. You head up the customer service team. You head up our, it's our Thrive Nation, and you head that up. You talk to people who have literally changed their lives. And I can think of countless examples, but in your mind, what is beginning to happen with people all across the world who are getting this mentorship? You have your finger on the pulse. What kind of thing are you seeing happen? I mean, you talk to these people.
Well, the first thing is people are starting to be honest with themselves. Exactly what Dr. Z was saying is it's kind of like this wake-up call. Okay. A lot of times they're so busy, caught up in the day-to-day activities, they don't have time to be honest with themselves. Are they doing what they want to be doing? And so that's the first thing. So we had one Thriver, his name's Alan. He wouldn't mind me sharing this. And he goes, I finally woke up and I set these new goals for myself. I wanted to double my income.
Yeah.
I wanted a company car, and I wanted to work from home.
Yeah.
And through these principles that he's learned on the podcast and on the site, he's been able to achieve those things.
Literally changed his life.
Literally changed his life over the course of months.
I think of another person right now, a lady. I won't share her specifics, but I can think a lady who specifically just struggled to fire and struggled to optimize her website. Yeah. And she's been able to double her business while decreasing her costs by understanding who to fire, and how to optimize our website. I mean, this is life-changing things, and that's what we're all about. And so we're going to go ahead and give you a little more. With Thrive, we're all about over-delivering. We're going to give you a little bit more. We have a little musical tribute here, part 2. Ooh. But to make it interesting here, Z, grab any instrument you want. You feel free to play on the desk, whatever. I'm going to do the beatbox. Marshall, any instrument that you want to do, whatever that is. And we're going to kind of get it going here for part 2 of our musical tribute, okay? Guys, here we go.
Opposition, learn from it like a lesson, and find courage and strength even from oppression. Ooh, and please find the faith to answer the question, how to take adversity, turn it into ambition.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is T.L. Odell, the Midwest's Timberlake. Now, soon Timberlake, we'll be hearing about Timberlake. He'll be like, well, Timberlake's the next T.L. Odell. Hopefully he can be the next T.L. Odell. So we're waiting. It's going to change here soon. I'm excited for it.
I like that. I'm looking forward to it.
Now, Thrivers, as always, you can get the complete transcription of today's podcast available at Thrive15.com. You can get the downloadables. You can get all the graphics. You can get all the notes. It's like you can grab the quotes that Z said and save them forever, print them off. It's all available at Thrive15.com, where you are part of a community of people who are here committed to changing your life. If you're ready to move beyond surviving, check it out, Thrive15.com. Bam!
get all the goodies.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
JT, do you know what time it is?
4:10.
It's Tebow time in Tulsa, Jerusalem, baby. Tim Tebow is coming to Tulsa, Oklahoma, June 27th and 28th. We've been doing business conferences here since 2005. I've been hosting business conferences since 2005. What year were you born?
1995.
Dude, I've been hosting business conferences since you were 10 years old, but I've never had the two-time Heisman Award-winning Tim Tebow come present. And a lot of people, have followed Tim Tebow's football career on the field and off the field. And off the field, the guy's been just as successful as he has been on the field. Now, the big question is, JT, how does he do it?
Well, they're going to have to come and find out because I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, Tim Tebow's going to teach us how he organizes his day, how he organizes his life, how he's proactive with his faith, his family, his finances. He's going to walk us through his mindset that he brings into the gym, into business. It is going to be a blasty blast in Tulsa, Jerusalem. Also, this is the first Thrive Time Show event that we've had where we're going to have a man who has built $100 million net worth.
Wow.
Who'll be presenting. Now, we've had a couple presenters that have had $1 billion net worth in some like real estate sort of things.
Yeah.
But this is the first time we've had a guy who's built a service business, and he's built over $100 million net worth in the service business. It's the yacht driving, multi-state living guru of franchising. Peter Taunton will be in the house. This is the founder of Snap Fitness, the guy behind 9 Round Boxing. He's going to be here in Tulsa, Jerusalem, Oklahoma, June 27th and 28th. JT, why should everybody want to hear what Peter Taunton has to say?
Oh, because he's incredible. He's just a fountain of knowledge. He is awesome. He has inspired me listening to him talk. And not only that, he also has, he practices what he teaches. So he's a real teacher. He's not a fake teacher like business school teachers. So you got to come learn from him.
Also, let me tell you this, folks. I don't want to get this wrong because if I get it wrong, someone's going to say, you screwed that up, buddy. So Michael Levine, this is Michael Levine. He's going to be coming. You say, who's Michael Levine? I don't want to get this wrong. This is the PR consultant of choice for Michael Jackson, for Prince, for Nike, for Charlton Heston, for Nancy Kerrigan, 34 Grammy Award winners, 43 New York Times bestselling authors he's represented, including pretty much everybody you know who's been a super celebrity. This is Michael Levine, a good friend of mine. He's going to come and talk to you about personal branding and the mindset needed to be super successful. The lineup will continue to grow. We have hit Christian recording artist Colton Dixon in the house. Now, people say, Colton Dixon's in the house? Yes, Colton Dixon's in the house. So if you like top 40 Christian music, Colton Dixon's going to be in the house performing. The lineup will continue to grow each and every day. We're going to add more and more speakers to this all-star lineup. But I encourage everybody out there today, get those tickets today. Go to thrivetimeshow.com. Again, that's thrivetimeshow.com. And some people might be saying, well, how do I do it? What do I do? How does it work? You just go to thrivetimeshow.com. Let's go there now. We're feeling the flow. We're going to thrivetimeshow.com. Again, you just go to thrivetimeshow.com. You click on the business conferences button, and you click on the request tickets button right there. The way I do our conferences is we tell people it's $250 to get a ticket.
Yep.
Or whatever price that you can afford. And the reason why I do that is I grew up without money. JT, you're in the process of building a super successful company. Did you start out with $1 million in the bank account?
No, I did not. Nope, did not get any loans, nothing like that. Did not get an inheritance from parents or anything like that. I had to work for it, and I'm super grateful. I came to a business conference. That's actually how I met you, met Peter Taunton. I met all these people.
So if you're out there today and you want to come to our workshop, again, you just got to go to thrivetimeshow.com. You might say, well, when's it going to be? June 27th and 28th. You might say, well, who's speaking? We already covered that. You might say, where's it going to be? It's going to be in Tulsa, Jerusalem, Oklahoma. And so it says Tulsa, Jerusalem. I'm really trying to rebrand Tulsa as Tulsa, Jerusalem, sort of like the Jerusalem of America. But if you type in Thrive Time Show and Jinx, you can get a sneak peek or a look at our office facility. This is what it looks like. This is where you're headed. It's going to be a blasty blast. You can look inside, see the facility. We're going to have hundreds of entrepreneurs here. It is going to be packed. Now, for this particular event, folks, the seating is always limited because my facility isn't a limitless convention center. You're coming to my actual home office, and so it's going to be packed. So when? June 27th and 28th. Who? You're going to come. Who? I'm talking to you. You can just get your tickets right now at thrivetimeshow.com. And again,
You can name your price. We tell people it's $250 or whatever price you can afford. And we do have some select VIP tickets, which gives you an access to meet some of the speakers and those sorts of things. And those tickets are $500. It's a 2-day interactive business workshop, over 20 hours of business training. We're going to give you a copy of my newest book, The Millionaire's Guide to Becoming Sustainably Rich. You're going to leave with a workbook. You're going to leave with everything you need to know to start and grow a super successful company. It's practical, it's actionable, and it's Tebow time right here in Tulsa, Jerusalem. Get those tickets today at thrivetimeshow.com. Again, that's thrivetimeshow.com.
Hello, I'm Michael Levine, and I'm talking to you right now from the center of Hollywood, California, where I have represented over the last 35 years 58 Academy Award winners, 34 Grammy Award winners, 43 New York Times bestsellers. I've represented a lot of major stars, and I've worked with a lot of major companies. And I think I've learned a few things about what makes them work and what makes them not work. Now, why would a man living in Hollywood, California, in the beautiful sunny weather of LA, come to Tulsa? Because last year I did it, and it was damn exciting. Clay Clark has put together an exceptional presentation, really life-changing, and I'm looking forward to seeing you then. I'm Michael Levine. I'll see you in Tulsa.
James, did I tell you my good friend John Lee Dumas is also joining us at the in-person 2-day interactive Thrive Time Show business workshop? That Tim Tebow and that Michael Levine will be at. Have I told you this?
You have not told me that.
Oh, he's coming all the way from Puerto Rico. This is John Lee Dumas, the host of the chart-topping EOFire.com podcast. He's absolutely a living legend. This guy started a podcast after wrapping up his service in the United States military, and he started recording this podcast daily in his home, to the point where he started interviewing big-time folks like Gary Vaynerchuk, like Tony Robbins, and he just kept interviewing bigger and bigger names, putting out shows day after day. And now he is the legendary host of the EO Fire podcast, and he's traveling all the way from Puerto Rico to Tulsa, Oklahoma to attend the in-person June 27th and 28th Thrive Time Show 2-day interactive business workshop. If you're out there today, folks, you've ever wanted to grow a podcast, a broadcast, you want to improve your marketing, if you've ever wanted to improve your marketing, your branding, if you've ever wanted to increase your sales, you want to come to the 2-day interactive June 27th and 28th Thrive Time Show business workshop featuring Tim Tebow, Michael Levine, John Lee Dumas, and countless big-time super successful entrepreneurs. It's going to be life-changing. Get your tickets right now at thrivetimeshow.com. James, what website is that?
thrivetimeshow.com.
James, one more time with more enthusiasm.
thrivetimeshow.com.
Shine, everything rides on tonight. Even if I got 3 strikes, I'ma go for it. This moment, we own it. I'm not to be played with because it could get dangerous. See these people I ride with. This moment, we own it.
Thrive Time Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the world's highest rated and most reviewed business workshops because we teach you what you need to know to grow.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
And now you may be thinking, what does it actually cost to attend an in-person 2-day interactive Thrive Time Show business workshop? Well, good news. The tickets are $250 or whatever price that you can afford. What? Yes, they're $250 or whatever price you can afford. I grew up without money, and I know what it's like to live without money. So if you're out there today and you want to attend our in-person 2-day interactive business workshop, all you got to do is go to thrivetimeshow.com to request those tickets. And if you can't afford $250, we have scholarship pricing available to make it affordable for you.
I learned at the Academy, Kings Point in New York, acta non verba. Watch what a person does, not what they say. Whoa.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Robert Kiyosaki, the Rich Dad Radio Show. Today I'm broadcasting from Phoenix, Arizona, not Scottsdale, Arizona. They're close, but they're completely different worlds. And we have a special guest today. Definition of intelligence is if you agree with me, you're intelligent. And so this gentleman is very intelligent. I've done his show before also, but very seldom do you find somebody who lines up on all counts. And it's a Mr. Clay Clark. He's a friend of a good friend, Eric Trump. But we're also talking about money, bricks, and how screwed up the world can get in a few and a half hour. So Clay Clark is a very intelligent man, and there's so many ways we could take this thing. But I thought, since you and Eric are close, Trump, what were you saying about what Trump can't, what Donald, who's my age, and I can say or cannot say?
First of all, I have to honor you, sir. I want to show you what I did to one of your books here. There's a guy by the name of Jeremy Thorne, who was my boss at the time. I was 19 years old, working at Faith Highway. I had a job at Applebee's, Target, and DirecTV. And he said, have you read this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad? And I said, no. And my father, may he rest in peace, he didn't know these financial principles. So I started reading all of your books and really devouring your books. And I went from being an employee to self-employed to the business owner to the investor. And I owe a lot of that to you. And I just wanted to take a moment to tell you thank you so much for allowing me to achieve success. And then I'll tell you all about Eric Trump. But I just want to tell you, thank you, sir, for changing my life.
But not only that, Clay, thank you, but you become an influencer. More than anything else, you've evolved into an influencer where your word has more and more power. So that's why I congratulate you on becoming. Because as you know, there's a lot of fake influencers out there too, or bad influencers.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm glad you and I agree so much, and thanks for reading my books.
Yeah.
That's the greatest thrill for me today. Not a thrill, but recognition is when people, young men especially, come up and say, I read your book, changed my life. I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this.
I learned at the Academy, Kings Point in New York, acta non verba. Watch what a person does, not what they say.
Whoa. Hey, I'm Ryan Wimpy. I'm originally from Tulsa, born and raised here. I went to a small private liberal arts college and got a degree in business. And I didn't learn anything like they're teaching here. I didn't learn linear workflows. I learned stuff that I'm not using, and I haven't been using for the last 9 years. So what they're teaching here is actually way better than what I got at business school. And I went what was actually ranked as a very good business school. The linear workflow for us and getting everything out on paper and documented is really important. Like we have workflows that are kind of all over the place, so having linear workflow and seeing that mapped out on multiple different boards is pretty awesome. That's really helpful for me. The atmosphere here is awesome. I definitely just stared at the walls, figuring out how to make my facility look like this place. This place rocks. It's invigorating. The walls are super. It's just very cool. The atmosphere is cool. The people are nice. It's a pretty cool place to be. Very good learning atmosphere. I literally want to model it and steal everything that's here at this facility, and basically create it just on our business side.
Once I saw what they were doing, I knew I had to get here at the conference. This is probably the best conference or seminar I've ever been to in over 30 years of business.
You're not bored. You're awake, alive the whole time. It's not pushy. They don't try to sell you a bunch of things.
I was looking to learn how to just get control of my life, my schedule, and just get control of the business.
Planning your time, breaking it all down, making time for the F6 in your life, and just really implementing it and sticking with the program.
It's really lively. They're pretty friendly, helpful, very welcoming.
I attended a conference a couple months back, and it was really the best business conference I've ever attended.
At the workshop, I learned a lot about time management, really prioritizing what's the most important.
Biggest takeaways are, you want to take a step-by-step approach to your business. Whether it's marketing, what are those 3 marketing tools that you want to use, to human resources.
Some of the most successful people and successful businesses in this town, their owners were here today because they wanted to know more from Clay, and I found that to be kind of fascinating.
The most valuable thing that I've learned is diligence, that businesses don't change overnight. It takes time and effort, and you got to go through the ups and downs of getting it to where you want to go.
He actually gives you the roadmap out. I was stuck, didn't know what to do, and he gave me the roadmap out step by step.
We've set up systems in the business that make my life much easier, allow me some time freedom.
Here you can ask any question you want. They guarantee it'll be answered.
This conference motivates me and also give me a lot of knowledge and tools.
It's up to you to do it. Everybody can do these things. There's stuff that everybody knows, but if you don't do it, nobody else is going to do it for you.
I can see the marketing working, and it's just an approach that makes sense.
Probably the most notable thing is just the income increase that we've had.
Everyone's super fun. It's super motivating. I've been here before, but I'm back again because it motivates me.
Your competition's going to come eventually, or try to pick up these tactics. So you better, if you don't, somebody else will.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us. This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live 2 years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See? It's nice, right? So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood. This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you, thank you, thank you times 1,000.
So we really just want to thank you, Clay, and thank you, Vanessa, for everything you've done, everything you've helped us with. We love you guys.
If you decide to not attend the Thrive Time workshop, you're missing out on a great opportunity.
The atmosphere of Clay's office is very lively. You can feel the energy as soon as you walk through the door, and it really got me and my team very excited.
If
If you decide not to come, you're missing out on an opportunity to grow your business. Bottom line.
Love the environment. I love the way that Clay presents and teaches. It's a way that not only allows me to comprehend what's going on, but he explains it in a way to where it just makes sense.
The SEO optimization, branding, marketing. I've learned more in the last 2 days than I have the entire 4 years of college.
The most valuable thing that I've learned, marketing is key. Marketing is everything.
Making sure that you're branded accurately and clearly. How to grow a business using Google reviews, and then just how to optimize our name through our website also.
Helpful with a lot of marketing, search engine optimization, helping us really rank high in Google.
The biggest thing I needed to learn was how to build my foundation, how to systemize everything and optimize everything, build my SEO.
How to become more organized, more efficient.
How to make sure the business is really there to serve me as opposed to me constantly being there for the business.
New ways of advertising my business, as well as recruiting new employees.
Group interviews, number one. Before we felt like we were held hostage by our employees. Group interviews has completely eliminated that because you're able to really find the people that would really be the best fit.
Hands-on how to hire people, how to deal with human resources, a lot about marketing, and overall just how to structure the business, how it works for me, and also then how that can translate into working better for my clients.
The most valuable thing I've learned here is time management.
I like the 1 hour of doing your business is real critical if I'm going to grow and change.
Clay really teaches you how to navigate through those things and not only find freedom, but find your purpose in your business and find the purposes for all those other people that directly affect your business as well.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Everyone needs to attend the conference because you get an opportunity to see that it's real.